Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Peace and I'm with the Footsteps of Peace. I'm a psychic astrologer and an intuitive life coach. If you are interested in a personal reading, please feel free to check the description box down below. There you'll find the link to my website, thefootstepstopeace.com. Also, like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it, and hit that notification bell so you can be updated the next time I post a video. So I went ahead and I was meditating and I asked Spirit what steps were the divine masculines taking to come into union with the divine feminine, and taking steps just flew out, okay? So their intentions is they are wanting to move closer to the divine feminine. What steps are the divine feminines taking to move closer to the divine masculine, Spirit? What steps are the divine feminines taking to come into union with the divine masculine? Whoa, okay, got a couple of them. Okay, so they're coming out of the consciousness of lack, and they are talking to professionals. So maybe they are talking to counselors, they're talking to, I feel like they're working on their mental and emotional health right now. And I feel like for some of them, they are working on their stability and maybe their finances. Maybe for some of you feminines, you felt like you didn't have enough money in the bank or something like that, or stability in order to come into union. So I feel like for some of you, or for you feminines, you're working on this lack mentality. Like I said, for others of you, I do feel like you guys are definitely talking to psychics, counselors, and maybe even friends as well. What is standing between the two of you guys is optimism. I feel like you guys just need to be optimistic about coming together. I feel like that's one of the lessons that you guys are learning. Let's find out where the divine masculines are. Spirit, please show me where the divine masculines are. What do the divine masculines want to say to the divine feminines? Okay. They are walking away from karmic partners right now. Yep. Walking away, karmic partner. Okay, and look at this. We have the taking steps. So it's really, I feel like the masculines are walking away from anything and anyone that no longer serves a purpose, and maybe even somebody that they've been dating because they want to ask you out on a date. Okay, so let's find out what the divine feminines want to say to the divine masculine. Okay, balance, feeling harmonious within due to both feminine and masculine energies being balanced, burnt out. So, I'll be honest with you. I think the feminines are really working on their businesses right now. I've really been getting a huge emphasis on that. Yeah, and they're working on their spirituality and trying to balance everything. I think that they're exhausted. I feel like these feminines are just really tired right now. They're trying to keep everything going, but it's almost like this limbo, and they're having to be very limber in order to be able to do this. But so divine feminines, I do believe that you are needing to take a nap. For some of you, maybe you need to start doing yoga and exercising and things like that. Okay. I do want to say that I want to read the professional help real quick because it's really calling to me. It's a number 7. Sevens are I was like, that's not it. Sorry, guys. Sevens are about internal conflict, but it's also about you're exactly where you're supposed to be at this time. Okay. So Spirit, let's see. Guys. All right, here we go. A man and a woman are working together in a library. These people are experts in their field, and you can rely on them for their advice. The potential for great assistance is open to you now, so don't hesitate to pursue it. Look at your life to find the areas where professional help might be required. An accountant can assist you in business. A broker might be able to assist or to answer important investment questions. A lawyer may be necessary to settle a dispute, whether recent or long-standing. In the upright position, this card could also indicate a new direction in your career. You may be drawn to helping others in a professional capacity, whether it's business or law or party planning or coaching. If you've been thinking about becoming a professional assistant of some kind, now is a good time to start. So maybe for some of the feminines, you guys are, working on, maybe you're helping other people with their lack consciousness, and maybe that's something that the masculine has seen within you. For those of you who already know who your masculine are. And I feel like the masculines are wanting to take steps to come towards you. There's this sense of optimism about the feminine that the masculine is wanting to move towards. I feel like anything that is outside of that realm, I feel like this masculine is walking away from that. Now, karmic partners don't always have to be romantic in kind. They can also be, family, job, any one of those types of things. It's just a third energy that gets involved and keeps the two of you guys away from one another. I do want to say that this divine masculine is definitely wanting to ask the feminine out on a date. How does the masculine feel in his heart for the divine feminine? How does the masculine feel in his heart at this time for the divine feminine? Okay. Hardship. Maybe there was hardship between the two of you in the past because it is facing the past. Hardship, yep, separation. I think that they are hating this separation. I feel like things in their life have been really tough since you have been gone, and that's why they are wanting to take a step back and they want to come back to you, okay? Lovable. But it did show up in reverse, so I do feel like maybe the masculine is being really hard on themselves, maybe because in the past they were a coward and they weren't able to tell you how they truly felt about you. I've been getting a theme of this. It says no courage, afraid to tell the truth, and afraid to do the right thing. So maybe that's because this person is extremely insecure. I feel like this is definitely a runoff of the readings that I've been doing from the past. And that caused that caused a separation. It caused a block between the two of you, and it caused someone here to walk away. Okay, because this is how I'm seeing it. So I want to say that also this divine masculine is definitely walking away from anything that is keeping the two of you separated. I think this person has realized that I think in the past, this person was afraid to date. This person didn't, I think this person was afraid to come into union. I think that they had this persona that they needed to, it's like the way people look at them, it's like this player vibe, right? Okay, because that's kind of what I'm getting here. It's like this player vibe. It's like, I can do it all on my own. I don't need any help, but it's like, you don't have to take on all the hard work by yourself. I feel like there's someone here to help you. But I do want to say, because of the player vibe, and maybe this person was dating multiple people, or they just wanted to look single, oh shoot, you guys, my computer is about ready to die. Let me go ahead and plug this in. My apologies. I thought I charged it last night, but I guess I did not. Sorry for the interruption, guys. Okay, so I think that this person had a reputation to uphold, okay? That they were a player. It says the karmic partner is a purpose of this connection is to learn lessons, provide personal growth and self-improvement required for our soul's journey. I feel like this person was still dealing with karmic partners, still dealing with exes, still dealing with all of that. And it's like this masculine is definitely wanting to walk away from all that. What is the divine feminine feeling in her heart for the divine masculine? Okay. Cloud 9, confrontational, deals with things in an aggressive way, hostile or argumentative, and aligned. So I feel in this, there's sorrow for what happened in the past between you and your divine masculine, deep distress caused by loss, disappointment, or other misfortune suffered by oneself or others. So here's the Cloud 9, aligned, confrontational. I feel maybe in the past, the two of you had a confrontation, or maybe that's how you used to deal with things in the past. But I do feel like feminines, you are balancing out. I feel like, you are learning how to work on your anger issues. For those of you, we all have anger issues. I don't care who you are. You can deny it all you want, but we all have that within us. And I think that because of that, that is what caused the two of you to walk away for the masculine and feminine. And there's that consciousness of lack. So when I talk about the feminines going in and getting professional help and maybe talking to a counselor and things like that, I feel like, the feminines are really working on that. And I think that for the feminines, it had a lot to do with, a lot of things. I feel like the feminines were trying to balance work and play and this relationship. And I feel like, the masculine kept walking in and out of their life, because I see the walking away on the masculine side and I see the burnout on the feminine side. So it was like, she was definitely like burnt out. I feel like for the masculines, you were ghosting this feminine, and she got tired. She was extremely tired of wondering where she stands in this relationship. And so because you continued to walk away, the feminine said, you know what, as much as I want to be here with you, I feel like it's time. There's something that is standing in the way of the two of us coming together. So I'm going to go ahead and honor that. And I feel like it had a lot to do with the masculine and having to release the energy of the past and allow it to flow. I think because of the feminines walking away from this relationship, it has really put them on cloud 9. I feel for some of them, like I said, I feel like whatever they were feeling in the past, they have a lot of optimism for now, because the one thing that is standing between the two of you is optimism. I think that, it's really finding the excitement in life again and really opening up new doors and windows of possibilities in our lifetimes. And I think that these are things that you wouldn't have been able to see had you went ahead and stayed together with this masculine. It's taught the both of you guys a lot of lessons. I feel like the both of you are doing research, studying, and I feel like you're both learning lessons on all of this. And because of that, the intention of this masculine is to move forward towards this feminine. It's really funny. I feel like the two of you are wanting to come back together. Two different decks, and you see his back and you see her back. So I feel like, turn around and come back together. I feel like it's time. So what is the possible outcome of this union between the masculine and the feminine? The masculines can come out of this fear and anxiety and the limiting belief systems. I feel like the two of you guys could definitely come back together. I feel like, having a healthy ego and forgiving yourself as well, divine masculine. Divine feminine, sacred feminine, masculine recognizes his feminine, and the connection is home. So I feel like, you walked away, or you or this feminine walked away, okay? Because this is between the walking away, the separation, and the divine feminine. For some of you masculines, you're afraid that your divine feminine has walked away and that she won't be coming back. Again, that's clouded vision, okay? I feel like, with this masculine, he is constantly overthinking, overanalyzing the situation. This has been a theme almost this whole last week, where it's like you're so up in your head, divine masculine, you need to go out and learn the fucking lessons, okay? The lesson is get out of your damn head. Quit overthinking and making up scenarios in your head and start taking the steps to move towards this divine feminine. Come at it with a place of optimism, of excitement even. I feel like all you're thinking about is all the things that it's the lack mentality. And it's like, I'm going to be honest with you. That's not sexy, okay? What's sexy is when you can go, I want that. I want her. I see her for what she is, and that's what I want. But I feel like because you've had disappointments in the past, uh, you continuously overthink, overanalyze on whether or not am I lovable enough, am I good enough, am I, do I look good enough, and it's like, do I have enough money, all of those things. And I'm going to be honest with you, nobody gives a shit. If you've got somebody in your life who is trying to tell you, I love you and I want to be with you, I think that they've already looked past all of those other things. And the only thing standing in the way of this union coming together is you taking the steps towards your divine feminine. Because here's the deal. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't see her taking any steps towards you. Okay? Reason being, she already walked away. So, especially if you ghosted her in the past, she already put in a lot of emphasis on this relationship. She's on cloud 9 right now. She is aligned with her soul's purpose right now. And she is walking away from anything. And she's not going to be the one to confront you on this. I think in the past when she did try to confront you about this relationship, I think it turned into an argument and the two of you guys walked away. And I think that it was spiritually aligned for this to happen. And that's for you to get over divine masculine, not for the feminine. I think that the feminines have come into balance with who they are and they're burnt out. Honestly, to tell you the truth, for a lot of you guys, and this is going on in a lot of my personal readings, I'll be honest with you, these feminines can take it or leave it at this point. I think that they're sick of the twin flame journey. I think that a lot of people really are. And I think that they're getting ready to go more towards soulmates and life partners, because at least with those people don't overthink. And that's really what I'm seeing. I feel like these divine feminines are going to come into union with whoever comes into alignment with them and is offering them what they are, what the divine feminines are desiring. And I hate to say that because they're freaking burnt out on this relationship. Like, God, get it together, divine masculine. And I mean, I pass no judgment, but at the same time, like, I get we are all going through something, but I feel like the devil's in the details, and that's what I'm guided to tell you is like, you can continue to overthink, overanalyze, but it's not getting you anywhere. And I feel like that's the lesson. The lesson is look, and I mean, he's like sitting there thinking, he's trying to take a test, and it's like, telepathy, there's a lot of telepathy between the two of you. But like I said, I'm not going to be surprised when the divine feminines walk away and they go more towards life partners instead of going towards these divine masculines, these twin flame, yeah, they're rising above it. They're on cloud 9. They're like, I want to rise and I want somebody who's going to rise along with me. See, in the same position, and look, they're back to back. She's over here rising and he's over here sitting in his ego. Look at him holding on to his head as usual. It's like, thinking about all the hardships and, oh my God, if I get into this relationship with the feminine, what about all the other people that I've been into a relationship with? Will they walk away from me? Because then I won't be able to date them anymore and I won't be able to, basically your singledom is gone, because once you come into the union with this divine feminine, if it fails, it's because it's on you. It's because you failed the relationship, and it has to do with the fact that you stopped working on the relationship. And why is that? Because of fear. Why is that? Because you're afraid that if you end up with this divine feminine, that you're being taken off the menu, so to speak. And that's really what I'm getting out of this. It's like being afraid to be taken off the menu. Okay. So you have to decide, and you're going to have to make a decision on whether or not, like, that's something that you're willing to do. Otherwise, like I said, this feminine's walking away. Spirit, please show me the divine feminine. Okay. Yeah, she's becoming impatient. That's what I was feeling. Like, get it together. She's sitting over here like, come on, masculine. When are you going to make a decision? And he's over here going, I just don't know. I'm not sure I can handle this right now. This is too hard. It's too much. I can't make a decision. And he's got his back turned to the divine feminine because he's clouded. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm frustrated for you, Divine Feminine. And I think that, Divine Feminines, you're already on cloud 9. I feel like, you guys have to decide on whether or not you want to continue to put your eggs all in one basket, or if you guys are, willing to put yourself out there and date, because I do feel like there's a lack of movement in this relationship. And I think that, and you have every rights to be a little more impatient, because, don't get me wrong, everything happens in divine timing, and, but we also live in a human realm. You can be as spiritual as anything, but at the same time, like, let's just get real here. Okay. I can see your impatience. I can see why, because this is a burnout. Especially every week when I come back and I'm like, listen, the divine masculines are in their head again. The divine masculines are overthinking, overanalyzing. I'm sitting here doing these readings every day, and I'm not seeing any movement either, you guys. It's almost like I keep telling everybody my divine masculine is caught in a net somewhere. Like, if somebody could just help him cut himself out of the net, it's just... it's crazy. It's so crazy to me, but be in alignment, Divine Feminines. The center of your reading is alignment. Okay. And have faith, have faith that everything is going to work out the way that it is supposed to, give it up to a higher power. We know that there is this desire to be with this divine masculine, but the divine masculine is literally right now over here having to learn lessons. And I feel like you just need to stay optimistic. I feel like, with the divine feminines, this impatience, that's where this lack consciousness comes in, is like, but again, sometimes I hate to say it, it's a weird relationship that we have with the divine, because it's like, if you want it, you're not allowed to have it. And it's like, until you come into alignment and you have done all this work, and I'll be honest with you, it's no wonder that they're impatient. They're like, listen, I'm over here rising above all the fray. I'm trying to come into alignment. I'm trying to do all the right things. And I'm working on being on this cloud 9 and getting back to my childlike aspects. And I'm exercising, and I'm getting back into shape, and I'm working on my business and my professional career. And, and it's like, even though I'm doing all of this stuff, nothing is giving, nothing is happening. And it's like, you guys are validated for that. And it's like, I'll be honest with you, once you start to lose faith in this relationship is usually when it comes together. So it's like, and I hate to even say that, but it's so true. It's like, how many times have you guys, like, you want something so bad, and then it's like never coming together. And finally you just break down and you start crying. And then all of a sudden you get that phone call that, hey, it went through and everything's good, and let's get the, and it's like, or, hey, you got that job, or, hey, you got that relationship, or, hey, you got that car, or, hey, you got that house. But what did you have to go through to get there? And it's almost like you had to almost lose faith in it. And I hate to say that, because it's such a twisted, warped sense of reality. And that's what I'm getting. And it's like, for some of you feminines, it's like you just want to scream at your divine masculine and be like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, she's over here confrontational, and he's over here going, I don't think I'm lovable. I don't know. And she's over here going, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Like, I love you. And he's like, I don't know. Maybe I should just stick with my pet and just be all alone. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it really boils down to the fact that you have to decide on how much you're willing to take. And I know for a lot of people, they are falling off this journey because they're tired and they don't want to continue to proceed any further with this relationship. And because of the masculine, and I don't care if you're feminine taking on the masculine or vice versa. This is a general reading. If you're interested in a personal reading, thefootstepstopeace.com is how you schedule with me. But the masculines are always clouded. They're always up in their head, and I feel like that's the lesson. And sometimes the lesson is the masculine has to lose out, and this feminine has to walk completely away. And this feminine, usually You ever watch those movies? They always end up with someone else and not the person that they truly loved. And it was because the person that they truly loved wasn't willing to step up to the plate because they felt like the work was too hard. It was too much of a burden for them to bear. And they decided that a separation was much more in alignment with the work, and that they were not lovable enough and they weren't willing to give themselves back the love that they deserved. So they went ahead and they decided they were going to end up, maybe even going back to this karmic relationship. And that's their lesson. And you guys will know who you are, when the time comes. But I am going to say, don't cut your nose off to spite your face, ladies and gentlemen. If there is someone here who is wanting to put in the work, there is someone here who is wanting to move forward with you, I'm going to say go for it. I think that it's with the alignment card in the center of the reading. I'm going to say go for it, especially if you're impatient. And look, if it's not supposed to work out between you and this other person, the one that you choose, whatever's meant for you will never pass you by. Will never pass you by. Yeah, somebody is not wanting to talk. I feel like somebody is grabbing my throat. And I think that it's a lack of communication. It's like you guys just have your backs turned on each other. Look, masculine. This feminine is about ready to turn her back on you. And it's because you're not taking any steps towards her. Anything that is meant for you will never pass you by. First card out is finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. And again, for some of you, it's because you are needing to work on your business. You are needing to work on your finances. For the masculines, maybe you've got your head so buried into work that you can't even see what the hell's going on around you. And I hate to bag on the masculines, but I'm going to be honest with you. When I'm looking at the feminines cards and I'm looking at the masculines cards, again this week, the feminines, you guys are in alignment. You're just losing patience. Like, I'll be honest with you. You're working on your professional career. Your wants, your needs, and desires are all being met. The only thing that is lacking is this relationship and your heart really feeling fulfilled. But that is entirely up to you to make sure that that is in fulfillment. For me, I'm always out. I'm with friends. I'm doing something. I'm working on my business. I'm working on my own happiness. And I enjoy what I do, even if I'm alone, so that when I do finally have somebody who is walking beside me, they are a benefit and not somebody who makes me happy. I can make my own self happy. They're just the bonus, okay? So making sure that, you also look at your own currency, and what your values and your worth are, because is it really worth going through all of this for someone who can't decide on whether or not they even want to reach out and have a conversation with you? I mean, this person didn't even reach out in the past to even ask you out on a date. They walked away instead of saying, hey, you know what? Let's go to dinner, or let's go do this, and they went out and decided that going back to a karmic relationship was much easier than, putting any emphasis into this relationship. So have the optimism that something is going to work out, and, focus on what you want, not on what you don't want. And there you go. Let go of the control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. So, it's getting back to your work, getting back to what is going on, and whatever is meant to be will find its way. And last one, it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. And every time I see this card, I think of the masculine putting the feminine on a pedestal. Okay, and so masculines, if you have your feminines on a pedestal, she wants down. She doesn't want up there. She wants somebody to walk beside her. She does not want to be put up on a pedestal like a freaking trophy, okay? Take her down, dust her off, and let her walk beside you, okay? Because there's a lot of chemistry between the two of you guys, and a strong magnetic attraction. But again, if this doesn't come into alignment, and it stays in the separation mode, I don't know how much more optimism that these feminines are going to be able to have. And I'm just being real. Every other reader is going to come on here and be like, oh my God, they're coming into the picture and it's coming in now. And I'm just going to tell you how I see it. No, they're not. No, they're sitting here, they're overanalyzing, and I'm not going to clickbait you guys. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. So help me universe. And so that's where my faith lies. And maybe sometimes you just have to see it for what it really is and continue moving forward. I feel like, your desires are going to be met, feminines, and these masculines, if they lose you, that's part of the lesson. If they gain you, that's part of the lesson. But it should be the two of you guys walking together hand in hand, instead of one person trying to control this whole relationship. And I feel like the masculines have done a really good job at controlling controlling you, pushing you away is what they've done. And I'm really sorry to say that. Hopefully by next week, I'll have better news, and this masculine will have been willing to take the steps necessary to move into this union and to build this structure and stability with you, to build a castle with you, and maybe even grow a garden with you at the same time. So you guys, if this sounds like your story and you are interested in a personal reading, please feel free to check the description box down below. There you'll find the link to my website, thefootstepstopeace.com. Like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. Hit that notification bell so you can be updated the next time I post a video. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, and we'll chat again real soon. Take care.